Hello everyone, I am Dayal Singh Rathod, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. Today I am going to explain about design procedure of cotter joint. A cotter is a flat wedge shaped piece of rectangular cross section and its width taper from one end to another end for easy adjustment. Mainly, cotter joint is used for axially compressive or axially tensile nature of load. So our problem is design a cotter joint to support a varying load from 30 kN in compression to 30 kN in tension. The material used is carbon steel for which the following allowable stress may be used. The load is applied statically. Tensile stress or compressive stress is equal to 50 megapascal. Shear stress is equal to 35 megapascal and crushing stress is equal to 90 megapascal. So first of all, we will write the given value. P is equal to 30 kilonewton. Permissible tensile stress sigma T is equal to 50 megapascal. Permissible shear stress is equal to 35 megapascal. Permissible crushing stress is equal to 90 megapascal. So this is the systematic diagram of cotter joint. Here D is the diameter of rod, D1 is the diameter of socket, D2 is the diameter of spigot, D4 is the diameter of socket collar, D3 is the diameter of spigot collar, and T is the thickness of the cotter, T1 is the thickness of spigot collar, and A is the distance between slot and end of the spigot. B is the width of the cotter and C is the distance between spigot collar to slot. So tensile failure of the rod. Let us assume D is the diameter of the rod. Consider the failure of rod in tension. We know that load P is equal to stress into area. So 30 into 10 to the power 3 is equal to pi by 4 into d square into sigma t. So put the value of sigma t. We will obtain the diameter D is equal to 27.6, or according to standardization we can say the diameter is equal to 28 mm. Now tensile and crushing failure of spigot. Let us assume D2 the diameter of spigot or inside diameter of the socket and T is equal to thickness of cotter. It may be taken as D2 by 4. Consider the failure of spigot in tension across weakest section. We know that the load P is equal to stress into area. So 30 into 10 to the power 3 is equal to pi by 4 into D2 square minus D2 into T bracket close into sigma T. So put the value of sigma T and T. Here we will obtain the D2 is equal to 33.4. According to standard, we can say approximately D2 is equal to 34 mm and thickness of the cotter T is equal to D2 by 4. So T is equal to 8.5 mm. Let us now check the induced crushing stress. We know that the load P is equal to stress into area. 30 into 10 to the power 3 is equal to D2 into T into sigma C. Now put the value of in this equation D2 in and T. We will obtain sigma T is equal to 103.8 Newton per mm square. Since this value of sigma C is more than the given value of sigma C, is equal to 90 Newton per mm square. Therefore, the dimension D2 is equal to 34 and thickness T is equal to 8.5 mm are not safe. Now, let us find the value of D2 and T by substituting the value of sigma C is equal to 90 Newton per mm square in above expression. So 30 into 10 the power 3 is equal to D2 into D2 by 4 into 90. So we will obtain the thickness of the, we will obtain the diameter D2 is equal to 36.5. According to standardization, we can say D2 is equal to 40 mm and thickness T is equal to D2 by 4 is equal to 10 mm. Now, tensile failure of socket. Let us assume D1 outside diameter of socket. Consider the failure of socket in tension across the slot. We know that the load P is equal to stress into area. So put the value of load and stress and D2 in this equation. So D1 is equal to, we will obtain a quadratic equation, and now after solving this, D1 is equal to 49.9, or according to standardization 50 mm, and we will always take the positive value. So D1 is equal to 50 mm. So here shear failure of cotter. Let us assume B is the width of the cotter. Consider the failure of cotter in shear. Since the cotter is in double shear, therefore load P is equal to 30 into 10 the power 3 is equal to 2B into T into tau. So here in this equation we will put the value of tau and T. After this we will obtain the value of B is equal to 43 mm. Crushing failure of socket collar. Let us assume D4 is the diameter of socket collar. Consider the failure of socket collar and cotter in crushing. We know that load P is equal to 30 into 10 the power 3 is equal to D4 minus D2 into D4 minus D2 bracket close upon T into sigma C. So here in this equation we will put the sigma C and T and D2 values. After this we will obtain D4 is equal to 73.3 and say we can say it 75 mm. Now shear failure of socket collar. Let us see is thickness of the socket collar. Consider the failure of socket and in shearing. Since the socket and in the double shear, therefore load P is equal to 30 into 10 the power 3 is equal to 2 small bracket D4 minus D2 bracket close into C into tau. So here in this equation we will put the value of shear stress tau, diameter D2 and D4 value. So after this we will obtain the value C is equal to 12 mm. Now shear failure from the end of the slot to the end of the spigot. Let us assume A is the distance from the end of the slot to the end of the rod. Consider the failure of rod in shear. Since the rod is in double shear, therefore load P is equal to 30 into 10 the power 3 is equal to 2A into D2 into tau. Now put the value of stress and D2 in this equation. After this we will obtain the value of A is equal to 10.7, or it may be say that A is equal to 11 mm according to standardization. Now crushing failure of spigot collar. Let us assume D3 is the diameter of speak-out collar. Consider the failure of speak-out collar in crushing. We know that the load P is equal to 30 into 10 the power 3 is equal to pi by 4 d3 square minus d2 square bracket close into sigma c. So in this equation, put the value of sigma c crushing stress, permissible crushing stress, and diameter d2 value. So after this, we will obtain the diameter d3 is equal to 45 mm. And now shear failure of speak-out collar. Let us assume T is the thickness of the speak-out collar. Consider the failure of speak-out collar in shear. We know that the load P is equal to 30 into 10 the power 3 is equal to pi by pi into d2 into t1 into tau. So now here put the value of permissible shear stress tau and diameter d2 value. After this, we will obtain the thickness T1 is equal to 6.8, and according to standardization we can say T1 is equal to 8 mm. Now the length of the cotter L is taken as D4 according to empirical formulas. L is equal to 4D, and we know that D is equal to 28 mm. So put the value in this equation D. So the length of the cotter L is equal to 112 mm, and now the dimension E is taken as 1.2D. It is a empirical relation. So E is equal to 1.2 into 28 is equal to 34 mm. So thank you.